Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, hey. I have just started a new experiment and I'm not going to admit that I've copied this from someone online. So thanks very much to Bob Sharp. I really enjoyed his video, and the video is on investing $5 a day into the stock market and crypto. So I watched a couple of these videos from Bob, thanks Bob, and his concept is if you buy every day versus buying once a month, you have a better chance of getting better returns. But obviously the caveat on that is to make sure that you don't get stung with things like fees, because they can be a real pain in the ass. He used Robinhood for his experiment. Over here in lonely old Europe, we don't have access to Robinhood, so I had to find my own ways to make this possible. After watching his video as well, he used to put in a certain amount, so he put in $5 a day, and because the stock market is actually open only 5 days of the week, he'd then put in Monday morning an extra 10 to make up for the 2 that was lost over the weekend. However, his commenters said that this was inefficient and you may as well just put $7 in a day to make up for it. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing $7 a day in the stock market, and I am doing $5 a day in crypto, because obviously that just never sleeps. And if you've watched my videos before, you probably be aware of my portfolio, but I'll put a snapshot of my portfolio and the percentages I hold of different things on the screen now. As you can see, I really do like stocks and shares, but I also really like real estate as well, with the likes of stake being one of my favorites. With crypto only at about 8.5% at the moment, I thought I'd like to try and increase that. But a lot of the crypto I hold right now isn't the stables like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's where I'm going to target for this experiment. So let's see how we get on. For the stocks, I went for the S&P 500. This is exactly the same as Bob's setup. After seeing Bob's update, I watched it after it's the update for a year and 7 months. So he gives an update every month to try and give you the update on returns, etc., which I will do for you as well. Obviously, starting today, this is day 0. It's not, I haven't got any updates. It's just telling you how to do it. So if you'd like to follow along, you can pick your own ETF, your own stock, whatever you want to do, and your own crypto. But I can show you the methods that I'm using to try and replicate this in my own way. Looking for that sweet free commission and cheapest option to be able to do this, I thought, how can I best do this with the platforms that I already use? Trading 212 is a platform that I use heavily, along with BUX Trading, but I have most of my holdings in Trading 212, and I'll put a link in the description so you can use this yourself if you so choose to, if you're based in Europe. Now, with that, the best way to set this up is through an auto investing pie. And if you don't know Trading 212, you can set up these pies and choose to invest the money through what's called a pie. It's just like a collection of things. So I'll put up on the screen the instrument that the pie that I've created with the single instrument in there. So I went with the global S&P for this one because I already invest in the Vanguard's VUS, I think it was called the S&P 500 through Vanguard, which is through the London Stock Exchange. But I thought for this experiment, I'll choose a New York Stock Exchange S&P 500, the global one, which is what I've got, you can see on the screen now. You can also see I'm setting a default day, like default amount to pay per day. So my initial deposit is set at $7, and then every day after that it is going to invest $7 every single day. But why, Ross? Why every single day? Well, the concept is if you buy once a month, the chances are it's going to fluctuate up and down. And if you buy every single day, the chances are you can get the dips when they dip, because guess what, they do dip. And I tried to be clever about this. I tried to say, ChatGPT, can you tell me the time which is best to purchase these stocks in the day? And ChatGPT said, I'm an AI language model, I can't tell you this. And I went, yeah, but if you had to do this. So after some pressing with the stock market, I'm doing on market open. So on market open every single day, I will purchase my stocks. So obviously the market fluctuates massively, and even with the S&P 500, it can fluctuate a fair bit. So you want to try and get it at the best price you can. And if you're buying on one day, say as soon as you get paid, maybe that's when everyone else is doing it, end of the month. So is that actually the best time to do it? And probably not. So this is where Bob looked into this and thought, well, it actually isn't the most effective way to buy stocks and shares. And you can see he has some pretty decent returns after 1 year and 7 months. So, and I have to caveat that with 2022 was absolutely it wasn't a very good year for stocks. So the fact that he's got a decent return on that seems like an experiment that I can get behind. Hence the reason for this video. I've set up my Trading 212, and one of the things on Trading 212 that I've done is if you fund your account, bank transfer is free as well, so I'd recommend doing that. Fund your account, and then when you set your auto invest, set it from free cash. So don't set it from having to do a transfer every single day, because you will get a fee based on that. But if you do a recurring transfer or bank transfer, direct debit, whatever you might say, standing order, into your Trading 212 every month for the entire month, then you can set your pie to auto invest from the available cash within your Trading 212 balance. This will make sure that you do not get charged every single time you invest. Good. Are you with me? Any questions, let me know below. I'm trying to cover a lot of this. So we've got Trading 212 set up. We're investing in the S&P 500. You could choose a different ETF if you want. You could choose a singular stock if you want, but you know, that's a bit YOLO and a bit crazy. And as much as I'm trying to be more sensible, so S&P 500 seems like a default good option to do. What's next, Ross? It's crypto. So you could pick any. You could again go fucking crazy YOLO on this, but I'm not going to do that, because a lot of the ones I hold a lot of Solana. If you don't know crypto, then yeah. But I don't actually hold a lot of Ethereum or Bitcoin at all. So I thought I'm gonna do that. Especially with everything going on in the world, I think they will be good holds and good future things to have. And I used to, but I don't now. So I'm going to change that. And I was trying to look for a platform and app that allowed me to do this in the most effective way, again with the lowest rates possible. And I don't, again, have access to Robinhood, so I don't have that commission-free trading in that way, especially across crypto and stocks. However, I am a big fan and a big user of Binance. So that's exactly what I'm doing. They have some of the lowest fees going, and so I set up a recurring buy on Binance. And it was incredibly easy. I can do a full video on setting this up if you'd like, so drop me a comment if you'd like me to do a step-by-step on how I did this. But what you have to do is you have to go into the auto and into the earn section of your wallet, and then into the auto invest, and then set up your pairing that you want in there and set where it comes from. I've set my pairing as USDT to BTC, because that's the one I'm going to be investing in every single day. I set the frequency and the time, and again I asked ChatGPT when I should do this, and it said around 8 AM CET, so European time. Now, the way I did this as well is I set up a recurring buy of USDT from my Revolut account every single month. In the same way I did with Trading 212, it means that my account in Binance is funded, I don't pay any fees for buying the crypto in the first place, and I then pay very little for my buys every single day. So it's the most effective way for me to purchase the crypto every single day with like no fees. So as of right now, I clearly have zero ROI, but because it's just started, I did it today. But if you're interested in finding out about this every single month, I will do this every single month, update you on the progress, and of course, crypto could go anywhere. It could be zero, I could have big losses, but overall, I'm looking for the future. I'm not looking for tomorrow. I've set this investment plan on both platforms to be set up for 5 years. And that's a minimum you should be looking at. Really, if you need this cash as liquid cash, don't do it. I mean, most of the things I'm talking about, actually all of the things I talk about on my channel are not short-term investing plans. They're not all the stuff I do. So all of these things are for my future. And so I am willing to tie myself into doing that every single day. And you know, there's the old adage about the $5 a day. If you spend $5 a day on coffee, I mean, it's not going to make you a millionaire. And why $5? Why so little? And this is one of the questions that was posed to old Bob over here. So thank you, Bob. And it doesn't have to be that. As soon as you start making more money, you can put more in there. But this is just that prime little example, and it's not the only investing I'm gonna do. This is just one example to show you guys that $5 a day, it might not seem a lot, but the impact of doing that, and again, the impact of doing it every single day versus at the end of each month, can be better. So if there's a way that I can share this with you, do this experiment and see what those returns are, both positive and negative, because we never know, then of course I'm going to share those with you. So if you're interested in this sort of thing and you want to see these updates, Drop me a comment on any questions you might have about this process if you want me to go into more detail about each one of these processes and how I set them up. Otherwise, follow along for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.